Yo, what is up guys? Delboy here, aka Blue Collar Sports TV. Hopefully you guys are doing well. If you're new here, if you could smash the subscribe button, and also if you guys could hit the like, it really does help me out and it goes a long way. But enough of that nonsense. Today we are bringing you another heavyweight prospect video, and today we're going to be talking about a prospect called David Adeleye. David Adeleye is a British heavyweight prospect of Nigerian descent. He is 23 years old. He's listed as 6'4.5". He's an orthodox fighter, and as a pro, he is 1-0 with one knockout. As an amateur, David Adeleye didn't have an extensive amateur background. He had around 30 amateur fights, but he really didn't do anything internationally. In the UK, he was a highly regarded amateur. He won the ABAs, but he never really did anything on the world scene. So he doesn't have the amateur background that certain other fighters do have, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. That doesn't necessarily mean we write him off. One thing about David Adeleye that I do like is the fact that he's getting good sparring right now. He was one of the main sparring partners for Tyson Fury in Tyson Fury's build-up to the Deontay Wilder rematch. Actually, just a fun fact, in the Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder rematch, a lot of people read far too much into the fact that Tyson Fury was wearing a Nigerian gum shield. Some people said he was calling out Anthony Joshua by doing that. That's not the case. That was to honour his sparring partner, David Adeleye, who apparently acquitted himself really well. And ultimately, that's great sparring for David Adeleye. You know, you're going to learn a lot from sparring one of the best heavyweights in the world in Tyson Fury. If you're about it, you're going to soak up that experience of sparring Tyson Fury, and you're going to apply it to your own career and improve as a fighter. So I like the fact that David Adeleye has been getting good sparring. As a human being, as a person, he seems like he's really got his head on his shoulders, seems like a smart kid, and yeah, seems like a level-headed individual. As a fighter, I like what he brings to the ring. Now, we can only judge him by his first fight, and it has to be said his first opponent was a very low-level fighter, but, you know, I did like what I saw for the most part. You know, he was a little excitable, he was a bit raw, but I think that's mainly due to the fact, obviously, he's so experienced. It's his first pro fight. He was very excitable, and that showed. But I liked the pressure that he was applying. I liked the fact that he was very aggressive. He was trying to vary his offense, working downstairs, working upstairs. He was throwing hooks to body and head. Nice hard jab coming forwards. He was trying to throw uppercuts through the middle. He's got a nice overhand right. He was trying to throw every punch in the book, and he was putting shots together. So I like the fact that his offense looks fairly varied. Defensively, he will have to tighten up, because even in his first fight, he was getting caught occasionally by, let's be honest, a low-level opponent. Now, I think that is mainly due to the inexperience of David Adeleye and the fact that he was a little excited. He was making his pro debut, but, you know, given his style, he does throw a lot of punches. He is aggressive, so defensively, he will need to tighten up. You know, maybe come forwards with a tight high guard. You know, so far, David Adeleye, from what I've seen, you know, defence doesn't really seem to be his first thought coming forwards. So maybe he needs to tighten up and things like that. But, you know, as a raw prospect, he's a guy who's worth watching. I'm not prepared to say David Adeleye is going to become a future heavyweight champion or anything like that, but he's a raw potential, you know, clearly has some sort of power. He's a strong kid, he's got a varied offense, he tries to throw various different shots, and he's a young fighter. He's still only 23 years old, which is very young for a heavyweight, so the guy's got time on his side. He seems like an ambitious kid, a guy with his head screwed on right. So listen, David Adeleye, he's certainly a guy to look out for. He looks like a fun fighter to watch. I like his aggressive style. You know, I like aggressive fighters full stop. So David Adeleye is certainly a guy that I will be following, and we'll see where he goes, you know. Like I said, he looks raw, he looks very excitable, but, you know, Daniel Dubois, he looked the same on his pro debut, and for my money, that guy's improved by a lot since his pro debut, so maybe David Adeleye could be a similar fighter. We shall see. But anyway, check out David Adeleye, 23-year-old heavyweight from the UK, based out of London. And yeah, check him out. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Peace.